Hey guys, welcome to the first video of this series where we will building a whiteboard Android app from scratch. Let's first see how the app looks. So this will be our app and here we can draw whatever we want. And here we also have a drawing tool card and we can select different shapes to draw. And this is how we can draw these lines, dashed lines and these arrows. And also these different types of shapes with filled and outlined. And not only this, we can also customize these things, stroke width, and here we have a slider we can select the stroke width. And also if we want to draw in a different color, here we have a drawing colors card. And not only this, we have a custom color selection dialog. Here we can select whatever color we want. And our app will also have these undo and redo functionality. And if we want a different background color, here we have this background colors card. This is just the basic version for now, but I have got tons of exciting features planned. I need your support to keep going. So here is the deal. If we can get 50 likes or 50 comments on this video, I will release the next video in the series. So if you want to see the app evolve, hit that like button or leave a comment below. Here first we need to create a new project. We can go to this file, new and this new project. Here you can select this empty activity and we will get this window. Here we can name our application and minimum SDK we are going to use 21. And this build configuration, this Kotlin DSL. And when you press this finish button, then this new project will be created. I already have created this project. So with the new project you will get all this code. Let's remove this and this one also. And this inner padding is giving errors, so for now just let's use a box and here we can use this inner padding. Next, let's go to this build.gradle files. We have these two files. One is for this module level and one is for this project level. And the versions of these libraries we are specifying in this libs.version file. Here. For now, we just only need to update one version. This Kotlin version we are going to use 2.0. And let's also update this compose POM. And next thing in this module level Gradle file, here we are specifying the compose compiler version. But with the introduction of Kotlin 2.0 version, we don't need to specify this version. Rather, we need to specify the plugin. So here in this library.version file, after this, I will paste one more plugin, this compose compiler, and the version it will use of the Kotlin. Now let's specify this compiler in our Gradle files. Make a copy of this and the name we have this compose.compiler. First we are saying we need to go to this libs file and then the plugin section, and then we need to add the compose.compiler. Now it has recognized it, and let's make a copy of this part, and in our module level file let's paste here also. Now sync our project. It has been synced, so let's close these files. So in this video we are going to design this basic setup of our screen and also this drawing tools card. So for all these we need the icons. So what I will do, I will paste some icons in this resource, and here we have this drawable package. I have downloaded all these icons from their flat icon website. I will also show you how you can download and add these in the Android project. But first let's copy these icons. Right now these are in the PNG file, but I have already converted these in the SVG files. So let's copy these and paste in these drawable package. And here we have all our icons. You can also get all these icons from the GitHub repository. You can find the link in the video's description. Now let me show you how I got these icons. Few of the icons I have taken from this Android Studio itself. When you go to this drawable, new and vector assets, and we have this clip art. Let's click it, and here we have the different icons we can get. Suppose we need the home icon, so we can search this home icon, and let's take this one and press this OK and press this next button and finish, and we have a new icon in our drawable package. And next let's see how we can get the icons from the flat icons website. For now let's just close this and delete this one. So here this is flat icon website. Suppose I need the icon of the pen, so I will search that and let's select this one. And here if we want the directly SVG file, then we need to pay to this website. But here we have this PNG option. We can download this freely. Only thing we need to do is we need to give them credits. Let's download this PNG file and this free download. So it has downloaded this icon. Now next thing we need to go to this Google and search this PNG to SVG. We will get this first website. Let's open it and we can choose that image. Here we have this. Here we can freely convert this PNG file to the SVG file. And now let's download it. Next thing, in our Android Studio, again click on this drawable, new vector asset. But this time we need the local file. Let's select this and here I will paste the directory. And this is the one we have converted that icon. So let's click OK. And we can name this icon here and press this next and then finish. And now we have this pencil icon in our Android Studio. So this is how I got all these icons. So let's delete this one. Next here we have this package whiteboard, and in this we have this UI. So first thing, let's rename it to presentation and refactor it. And in this presentation we have this theme package. So next thing, let's move this main activity in this presentation package. Now we will add our whiteboard screen. So let's create one more package in this presentation with the name whiteboard. And in this package, let's create one file with the name whiteboard screen. So here we will define our screen with the help of composable function. And this screen we will use in our main activity because this is the entry point of Android. So let's change this box to whiteboard screen. So in our screen, first thing we need the top bar. That top bar let's design in a separate file. So here in this whiteboard, let's create one more package with the name component. And here we will keep all the component related to this particular screen. First component, we will design the top bar. For preview, here we can create a preview function. And let's use our top bar function here. So first thing, in our top bar, we need the home icon at the starting. So here let's use this field icon button. And in this field icon button, we will use an icon. And we need the home icon. One thing is that we can get the home icon from the Android Studio itself, or we can also get some icons from the Compose library. So we get the icon with the help of this icons class, and we have the different variant of icons like default, filled, sharp, outline, rounded. So let's use the outline and then the home. Rather, let's use the filled icon of this home. And content description, we need to provide what this icon is about. And next thing, let's give some fixed size to this icon. We use the DP unit for everything, but for the fonts we use SP unit. Now let's see how this icon is looking in the preview. So here we have the preview of our icon. And one more thing we also need to do, here we need to use the theme also in our preview. So if we provide a different theme, so it will also take the theme of our app into the consideration while drawing the preview. And here one more parameter we need to use is this tint. So this tint parameter is used to specify the color. So the color we will specify this material theme dot color scheme dot on primary. So whatever color this on primary has, we will use that color for our icon, because in the dark mode and in the light mode we have the different colors. That's why we are providing the color dynamically. Next we need to use the undo and redo icons. But before that we need to give some layout. So for this we will use the row layout. Row layout is used when we need to place some items on the horizontal axis. Let's put this icon inside this row, and the modifier parameter we will attach to this row. First let's switch this to code window and make a copy of this icon and duplicate it. Next icon we need of the undo. So for that we don't have icon in this compose library, but we will use the icon which we have pasted in our drawable package. Here we have this redo icon and this undo icon. So we will use these icons. So instead of this image vector, we need to use this painter, and here we need to define the painter resource, and the ID we need to specify from this resource dot drawable, import this R, and here we have the icons. So let's use the undo icon, and content description we can use. And in the same way, let's copy it and use for the redo icon. And in the last, we need the more option icon. For that, we have icon in the compose library. So here we can use more vertical. Content description, let's use more options. And now let's see the preview of this. Here we have all these icons placed one after another, but we need first icon in the starting and the next three icons in the end. So what we will do, after this home icon we can provide the spacer. So here we need to specify the weight 1F. So what this weight will do, it will take up the maximum space of the row, and the result will be the first icon will be in the start and the next three icons at the right side. So here we have our top bar. Next thing, we need to create a drop down menu. Again for that, let's create one more function, and this will be a composable function, more options menu, and this will be a private function. So here we have this drop down menu. This comes with the material3 library. Again for this we can create one more preview function. And this expanded and on dismiss request we will provide through the parameter. And let's attach all these parameters to this menu. And our preview function is giving error, so let's provide some default values. And in this menu we need to define the menu items. So we have this drop down menu items, and we need to define the text. So let's use the text for first item stroke width, and we can also provide the leading icon. So this leading icon will be placed at the start. So here let's use this icon, and we have this icons dot default, and for this stroke we will use this pencil icon. Now let's see the preview. Here it is not showing any preview. Let's open this interactive mode, and here we have the preview. So what we will do next thing, let's also define this on click through the parameter. First let's change back to this code window, and here let's define few more parameters. And let's attach this on click here. When user will click on this item, then we will call this on stroke width click, and also we will call this on menu dismiss, because when user will click on any of this item we need our drop down menu to disappear. Now we can simply make copy of this and use it 4 times because we need 4 items. First we have this stroke width, next we need the drawing colors, and this is how we specify the drop down menu. So this is giving errors. What we need to do, let's use this more option menu again. And open our preview. It is not showing, but we will see in the app. So let's stop this interactive mode and also close this preview window. And next thing, we need to use this more options menu with its icon, this. So here what we need to do, we need to keep both these things in a box. First we will use this icon and next this more option menu. And these parameters we will provide through the parameters. So let's copy these parameters from here and use in our top bar functions and attach these here. And for this is expanded, we will use a state locally in this composable function. So let's create a state with the name is more options menu open. To specify the state, we need to use either remember or remember savable. So we are going to use the remember savable, and by default we will keep the false. And the difference between this remember and this remember savable is this remember savable also remembers the updated state even after the configuration change. And this on menu dismiss we can remove from here because we are managing it locally within this composable function. And here we will use this state. And on this on menu dismiss we will update this state to false. And this state needs to be where, so let's change it to where. And when user will click on this more options icon, then we will update this state to true. And we need to import this set value. And next thing, let's also create some more parameters for these icons. And attach these parameters with their respective icons. So this will be our top bar. Next thing, let's also provide some default values to this preview function. Now let's use this top bar in our screen here. And this top bar we need to keep inside a box layout. And let's attach the modifier to this box layout. And this top bar we need to align it to the top center. Now let's run our app. So here we have our app, but we don't have any padding around this top bar. So here we can simply use the padding modifier and give padding around 20 dp to all sides. Now let's see how that menu bar is looking. When we click on this more options icon, then we will see this menu bar. So this is how it will look. If we click on any of these items, then it will disappear. So it is working perfectly fine. Hey everyone, if you are finding this tutorial helpful, you will love my premium Udemy course where we will build Measuremate, a fitness app using Jetpack Compose. We go in depth on the Firebase authentication, Firestore, and more. Check out the course in the description and take your skills to the next level. See you there. Now next thing we will design our drawing tools card. So let's minimize it. So before starting designing that drawing tools card, first thing we need to define an enum class where we will keep all our different types of drawing tools. So here in this whiteboard package, let's create one more package with the name domain. And here let's use a package with the name model and define one more enum class with the name drawing tool. And with each drawing tool, we also need to keep the resource ID. And this will be of type int. So these tools will be, first one will be this pen and the resource ID, this r dot drawable, and we need to import this r and this image pen. And this is how I will define all the different tools. And also specify all the respective image resource IDs. And with the help of these icons, we will draw our drawing tools card. So in our component package, let's create one more file, drawing tools card. Let's create a preview function for this. So here we will use an elevated card and we don't have any on click on this elevated card. And here let's use a lazy row And in this lazy row we have this items block, and we will provide the list of items. So the list will be our drawing tools, this enum class, and we have this entries. So this entries will provide all the items from this drawing tools, and we will get the drawing tool, and the resource ID of this drawing tool we will use to specify icon. And in this, let's use an icon button, and inside it an icon, and the ID we will provide with the help of this painter resource, and we have this drawing tool and dot this resource ID, because we are saving the resource ID also with these drawing tools. And the content description we can use this name. And one more thing, let's also specify the size, and for each icon we will use the size of 25 dp. Now let's see our preview, and here we have our card with these icons. And next thing, let's also provide some spacing and the alignment. This lazy row we will use horizontal arrangement. With this arrangement, first let's change back to code window, dot space by, and we will give 10 dp space in between all these icons, and vertically we will align them in the center. Now we can see here we have some spacing in between all these icons. And next thing, we can see these image icons are in this grayscale tone. This is why, because here this icon will use the tint as the local content color dot current, means whatever color we have on the on primary container. But this thing we need to change. First thing, let's put these icon button inside a different composable function with the name drawing tool item, and this will be a private function. And we need this drawing tool, so we will provide this through the parameter. And let's use this drawing tool item here, and we will provide this drawing tool to this item. And next thing, here let's define one value for a list with this image icon. So these four icons are of type image icons, because we don't need to specify the color of these icons according to whether the app is in the dark mode or the light mode. These four icons will have the same color all the time, but the color of rest of these icons will depend on whether the app is in the dark mode or light mode. If the app is in the dark mode, then these icons colors will be white. If the app is in light mode, then the color will be black. So now here we will provide the tint with the if condition. If the image icons dot contain this drawing tool, then we need to specify this color unspecified. And in the else case, we are providing the default color, and the default color they are using this local content color dot current. So let's copy it and use it here. Now let's see the preview. So here now these four icons are of their original colors. Next thing, we need to use a thin line under these icons if the icon is selected. So for that, let's keep this icon button inside a column, and after this icon button we will use a box, and here let's define first the background color, and background color we can again use this whatever color this icon has, and also we need to define the size. So for the size let's use 25 dp as the width and height 1 dp, and this box we will only show if drawing tool is selected. Let's provide is selected parameter, and this on tool click we can use on this icon button, and this is selected we can use if condition. And one more thing, in this column layout let's attach this modifier, and the horizontal alignment we need to give center horizontally, and this drawing tool item we are using inside this lazy row. So here we need to define this is selected and this on tool click. These things we will provide through the parameter. So here this is selected, we will use this selected tool. If it is equal to the current drawing tool, then we will use that line under that icon. And this on tool click, we will also provide the drawing tool on which user has clicked. And our preview function is giving error, so let's use some default values and check the preview. So here we have a thin line under this pen icon, but it is not much visible because there are not enough padding. Now next thing we will work on this. We need to also put an icon button of close at the end of this card. So what we will do, let's scroll up, and here we need to use this row, and first we will use this lazy row, and after this lazy row let's use an icon button, this filled icon button. Here let's define this modifier and this weight. 1f weight will keep the maximum spacing for this lazy row, and at the end this icon will be placed. And here let's provide some padding to this row, and our preview function again giving error, and check our preview. So here we have a close icon at the end of this card. And next thing, this card will appear and disappear as per the state. So what we will do, we need to use animated visibility. So this composable function will help us in animating the appearance and disappearance of this card. And this is visible value we will provide through the parameter. And let's keep this elevated card inside this animated visibility and just provide the true value to that is visible. Now next let's use our drawing tools card in our screen. So this drawing tools card will be placed at the bottom center. And for this is visible state we need to create a state locally. For that we already have some code, so let's copy this and use this here. We can rename this and initially we will use the false value. So let's use this state here and on this on close click we will update this state back to false. And this selected tool for now let's just use pen. So how this card will appear? For that we need a floating action button. So again in our component package let's create one more file with the name drawing tool fab. And here we have this floating action button. This comes with the compose. So inside this floating action button we will use an icon. So again we can copy the code from this drawing tools card, this icon. And here in this fab we will show the tool whatever user has selected. So we will provide the selected tool and it will be of type drawing tool. And let's use the icon of that selected tool. And again we need to give the tint with the help of this if condition. So let's copy the list of image icons. And again this floating action button will appear and disappear as per the state. So we need to use this animated visibility. And this is visible we will provide through the parameter. Now let's use our fab in our screen. And this is visible. We will use this is drawing tool visible. We will put this exclamation mark to negate this condition. So if this value is false, then we need to show our floating action button. And the selected tool we can use pen for now. And on click of this fab we will make this state to true. And next thing we also need to align these. So let's copy the code. This time we will align this fab to this bottom end. And same this drawing tools card to the bottom center. And padding we will use 20 dp. And let's also create one more state for that selected drawing tool. Right now we are creating it locally, but in the videos to come we will keep this state in the view model and we will simply use this remember. And initially we can keep our pen. And on this on tool click, we will update this drawing tool to whatever user has clicked. Now run our app. So here our floating action button is in the top. We need to specify the fill max size to this box. And again let's run our app. So here we have our app. Let's click on this fab, and here we have drawing tools card. And if we select any other tool and close this, and here we have this floating action button. Now next thing, let's also give some enter and exit animations. First let's go to this drawing tools fab, and here we have this parameter enter and exit, and by default it keeps the animation of this fade in and expand in for this enter, but we will use this slide in vertically, and this slide in vertically will keep this initial offset as the minus half height. So what we will do, we will give full height as the starting offset, and also that animation spec let's use tween, and duration 500 millis, and copy it, and for the exit we will use this slide out vertically, and same let's copy these and use for this card, and again run our app, and click on this fab, and here we have a nice animation of this slide in vertically and slide out. So this was all for this video. Thanks for watching guys. Remember, if you want to see more features added to this whiteboard app, I need your support. Once this video hits 50 likes or 50 comments, I will drop the next video in the series where we will understand all about the canvas in Compose and how we can draw different shapes and paths. So don't forget to like, comment, and let me know what features you are excited to see next. See you in the next one.